Hey, how's it going? For those of you that don't know me, I'm Chris and I run my own casual cycling apparel brand here in the UK. I thought I'd show you today the process of packing off an order so that you can see exactly what's involved should you wish to take this on yourself, and you can see how long it takes and what the finished product looks like. So what I'm doing today is it's Sunday afternoon. I'm just packing off a single order for a large t-shirt. Now, if you've not watched any of the channel before, then you might not know that I screen print all my own clothing. So I've screen printed this with a chest print. There's a little logo on the sleeve there, the VÉLOKInd logo. We've got a neck print and then a woven label at the bottom through which I attach the hang tags. So it's a single order for a large tee for a lady up in Scotland, a beautiful part of the world up there, great for cycling, I'd imagine. I've been up there a couple of times, up to the northern part of Scotland, so she or her husband obviously enjoy it up there, so I'd love to get back up there myself at some point, but busy with this at the moment. So first step is to sort of prepare the box. So I ship all of my orders in a custom printed box. Now, the beauty of being able to screen print yourself is that you can customize your boxes. So if you're interested in how I do that, I'll share a link in the description below. So it's a case of making up the box. So I have pre-creased this box just to make it a little bit easier, so that's probably saved me about 30 seconds. So I've checked the t-shirt all over to make sure that there are no blemishes or any issues with the product. So lay the product or the t-shirt face down, and I then fold it around just a card template. So I've made this card template obviously to suit and fit this box. I've got a number of different boxes that I use for different items, whether it's t-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, and they're all sort of designed to be folded to the same size so that they fit perfectly. So can be quite time consuming folding t-shirts ready for shipping. A lot of people with other clothing brands might, if they're having them screen printed elsewhere, they might have them bagged in poly bags individually. I prefer not to send my items out in poly bags. Yes, it offers some protection, but I'm trying to limit the amount of plastic, or basically we're shipping in completely plastic free packaging, so that prevents me from going down that route. So, and then I've obviously printed these all myself, so yeah, there's a bit more involved, I suppose, in packing, which is something to bear in mind when you're starting your own clothing brand. I probably underestimated how long it was going to take to process orders. Certainly the way that I've decided to do it, which is, I've tried to develop a brand that allows me to hopefully make what I do quite distinctive in the way that I package it. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely an investment in time, but in terms of the customer feedback that you get, it's definitely worth it, certainly in the early stages while volumes are quite low, and you can, I can manage this at the moment. If I was shipping a lot more volume, then it might be different. Certainly if I'm, still running my 9-to-5 job, doing this sort of thing is definitely time consuming. When you're juggling a busy work life and home life and so on, so you have to sort of balance what you're prepared to do, which is why a lot of people go down the print on demand route. I guess I've made my life difficult by not only not going down the print on demand route, but I'm also screen printing everything myself. So yeah, I guess I've not made it easy for myself, particularly in the early days while volumes are quite low. You're essentially producing quite a lot of bespoke products in low volumes. So it's only really once you start seeing some volume come through that you can start getting the benefit, I suppose, of printing yourself, particularly screen printing, which is set up and more suited for higher volume runs. You know, it's not easy, and I'm tired. So in some ways, it's nice that I'm only packing off one order today. Of course, I'd want to be processing more. I think the difficult thing that I'm going to find as I grow this is, how do I manage growing and processing the orders in that transition phase between the point where I can't give up my 9 to 5, but I'm still hopefully getting a lot of orders through this. So I haven't quite crossed that bridge at the moment, but you know, it'll be a nice problem to have when it comes. So I've folded that and wrapped that in 2 sheets of tissue paper. I've attached a little VÉLOKInd logo to that. Place that in the box. As you can see, it fits perfectly. And then what I've done is I've pre-printed a packing slip. So on here you can see what the order is, the order number. So if the customer's got any issues, they can reference that when communicating with me or the brand. And then just a little short handwritten note. So I then pop in a bookmark, cycling related bookmark, which is a nice little touch. You know, if you think about things that you can throw in with your order, a lot of people throw in stickers. Again, I've steered away from stickers just because of plastic. Whereas a bookmark is the sort of thing that people, you know, if they're a reader, that's the sort of thing that they're touching every day or certainly every week. And to have your brand on something that they're touching, you know, as they're going to bed, it's quite an intimate thing. So that's something worth thinking about. You know, what can you do with your brand in terms of relatively inexpensive giveaways that can have a disproportionate impact on the lives of your customer, for want of a better description. So pop that in there. Again, it's all recycled paper and envelopes, little printed logo on there, so it all hangs together nicely. So we'll seal up the box. And then I've got some, again, it's branded tape, craft tape, so you see that everything that I've done is all craft based. So trying to stay away from plastic and just keep it as sort of real and minimalist as we possibly can, but still add in, you know, like sort of those nice finishing touches. I've left my scissors over there, so I'm going to have to cut this. Right, so I've got my scissors back. And the way that I've designed this tape is so that 3 of these logos fit perfectly against the box there. So again, it's just, if you can plan for things like that, then it just makes a difference in terms of the quality of the actual packaging that your customer's receiving, and they know that a lot of love and care has gone into not just the product, but the whole packaging experience and so on. So tape that off. As you can see, hopefully you can see we've got the 3 logos running there, and it just looks, hopefully you'll agree, it looks like a nice tidy package. I pre-printed off the packing slip, which I've run off the thermal label printer. So this is a 6x4 inch label, which I'll just apply centrally as possible to the rear of the box. So everything's nice and symmetrical. And there you have it. That's the finished pack. So that'll get collected from my house tomorrow morning, and it'll be with the customer. What is it today? Sunday. It'll be with them on Tuesday. Hopefully we get some good feedback. Maybe they'll even share some pictures on Instagram or Facebook, which we can make use of. So if you enjoyed that, don't forget to subscribe. There's lots more of the same coming on the channel. I'd really appreciate your support.